well, I tried. Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from, Lyman in Colorado. You'd think I'd get it right by now. I only have to say it one more time. Then we'll try it again. I hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling day. How did you get on with your challenges today? Challenges were all about Fun Friday. For your mindset, it was all about laughter. You know, laughter is the best medicine. It really is. A real good belly laugh will massage your internal organs, and it releases endorphins, which make you feel good and happy and great and everything else. And then business, did you gamify your day? Did you come up with a challenge for the day, like, you know, making 5 new connections and working out what your reward was and taking a photograph of that reward and making it into 5 pieces so that you could, as you made a connection, you got to put a piece and you got to put it back together, so in the end you had your pizza. So Kathy Reckley, this morning you mentioned you were going to do 5 connections and pizza. How did you go? What sort of pizza are you having tonight? Because I know you will get out there and you will rip this thing apart. So gamifying your day, you know, coming up with different things like, you know, I'm going to make 5 sales today. So find a picture of something you want to celebrate with, cut it into 5 pieces and put the pieces back together as you make the sale, 1 piece per sale. So how did you get on with that today? And then what did you find out about silly laws, stupid laws, dumb laws? I still can't believe they won in Georgia. How it's illegal to put an ice cream cone in your back pocket on a Sunday. Oh my gosh, that one just cracked me up. Oh my gosh. So if you're in Georgia and you're holding an ice cream cone and you need somewhere to put it in your back pocket, but not on a Sunday. It's illegal to do that. Oh, Zephy's got people outside she's watching. But what's been really interesting is that lately we've been having a lot of rabbits. The last 2 days there's been a lot of rabbits around, and you can look outside and there'll be anywhere from 7 to 10 rabbits just out there they're all social distancing too. Except for yesterday we saw a couple of rabbits out here that were like boxing. It was hilarious. And of course it upset Zephy, and because she's like, I want to go play. And now I think there's people moving into the cabins next door, and so, oops, here she comes. You want to say hello to everybody? Come here. You're gonna go hello. Hello. Say hello. No. She's like, I'm not allowed up on the table. You're putting me on the table. I'm not allowed up there. Yeah, and so there's people moving around the cabins out there that she can see, and she wants to go play. And there's kids out there too. Kids and dogs will get her whining like crazy when she's looking out the window. And she's just spotted one. And she's up there. She's like, where'd that kid go? There's a kid out there. I know. Because she saw it from back here, and so she's run up to the dashboard so she can see the kid out the window. Although, Zephy, I think that might be actually not a kid. I think you're probably thinking teenager age. I'm thinking it's probably more of an adult. Yeah, I know, you want to go outside. We'll go outside in a minute. And then I was also... So how did you get on with the stupid law? What stupid laws did you find today? What funny things did you find? What is wrong with you? So today I was telling you about Workamping and how it's a place where you can go and actually stay at a campground for free as part of your compensation. And some campgrounds, they will give you the site for free, but the rest of your time there is volunteered, you know, working in the office, doing like maintenance, whatever they need done. And other times the position is the site's included as well as a paycheck. And so I thought this might be a good way to get out and meet new people and try something different. And so I filled out my profile today, got my profile all done, got my resume done. So we will see what happens. And there was one campground I was looking for in Colorado Springs, but the job seemed to have disappeared. So it's like, guess I'm not doing that one. But there were plenty up in the wilderness, up in the mountains, and we're talking up in the mountains, up in the boonies, no internet connection, no facilities. So even one of them even said that they will provide you with a campsite, but there's no hookup. But they have a generator if you need one. So you're on generator or solar power while you're up there. No internet, no cell phone service. And you have to have a car because your car is a mile away from where your workplace is, and you get up to 5 gallons a week or something. They pay for up to 5 gallons a week for you to go backwards and forwards between the campsite and the work area. And I was like, yeah, no. 1, I don't have a car, and 2, yeah, no. I want hookups. So it's been interesting looking at some of the other ones, like they had 4 hookups but 0 internet. I need to have internet. I can't do Facebook Lives if I don't have connections. If I don't have cell phone service or an internet connection, I can't do my Facebook Lives, and then I am breaking my commitment to do a Facebook Live every day for a year. Plus, I need to be able to stay in contact with family as well. So my mother would be beside herself if I wasn't able to, if we weren't able to text every day, and we text every day. So she'd be beside herself if I was incommunicado for any more than 2 days without her knowing, because it would drive her nuts. She wouldn't know what was happening to me. So to go up for like 3 months up in the boonies with no internet connection, no cell service, it's like, yeah, I can't do that. I couldn't go out of contact that long. I don't mind doing 1 or 2 days where I have no connections. I can handle that. But anything longer, yeah, no, it's not going to work. So we'll see what happens with that. It was interesting just going through the process of, filling out a resume again. But they had it all there. It was sort of like, what's your past history? Put your past history in here. What duties did you do? So it was like this form that you just went and filled out online. You had all these different tabs across the top, and you had to put your photograph in there, and there's also a place where you can upload an intro video. So I have to do, I haven't done the intro video yet, but you load it onto your YouTube channel and just provide them with the link so they can go see it. And some of the campgrounds that are looking for workers will actually only search for those that have videos on their profile. So we're definitely going to get a video up there today. Probably going to go to do something with the hair, I think. It's looking a little flat. It kind of needs a wash. Might go wash it tonight and do a video tonight. But yeah, so, and they wanted a picture. They wanted 3 photographs loaded to your resume: one of your RV, one of you, and if you're traveling with somebody who's going to be a co-worker, and if you're traveling with any pets, they wanted a photograph of the pet as well. So I've got my 3 photos uploaded. They preferably wanted you standing in front of your RV, and I was sort of like, I've never had a photo taken in front of my RV. I suddenly thought of that the other day. Have I had a photo taken in front of my RV? I don't have a photo of me in front of my RV. Damn, I've had this thing since May of last year, and I've never had a photo taken in front of my RV. Oh no, hang on. I do have a photo in front of the RV. It was when we were up staying with our cousin Steve up in Boise. We had a family photo taken in front of the RV. But I do not have one of me solo by myself in front of an RV, and I don't have a photo of me and Zephy in front of the RV. Okay, now we've got that worked out. And then I've been working on connections today, connecting with more people today. I did miss a call today because I screwed up and didn't send the link to the person in time, so I felt really, really bad about that one. But we're going to meet up again in a couple of weeks, so all is not lost. And so yes, I was working on other connections today, connecting with new people today. My commitment is to do 20 new connections a day. My commitment to myself. So I've been working on that. Still got a few to go. And Zephy with her antics today. It is so funny. She is hilarious. So you want a good laugh? I tried getting her to do it as I was going live on the Zoom. When she eats, she gets a mouthful of food, then steps back from her bowl, drops it on the floor as she's moving backwards, and then eats it piece by piece as she goes back to the bowl. And there was a couple of pieces on the floor, and she started playing with one of the pieces, like putting it in her mouth and then just like shaking her head, and this piece would go flying out of her mouth, and then she'd go and pounce on it. I'm like, what the? And then she'd bat it around on the floor with her paw, and I'm like, are you crazy or what? So then I thought, well, let's see what happens. So I would throw a piece of her kibble out, because she's got like 3 or 4 different shapes of kibble in there. I'd throw a piece of her kibble out, and she'd start batting it around the floor and throwing it around. And one time she sort of like stopped, looked at it, crouched down like she was about to pounce on it, then took off into the bedroom, and then strolled back. And as she strolled past, she picked it up and ate it and walked on. I was like, really? And so I figured out which are the ones that she doesn't like out of her kibble, that she won't play with, and she won't eat if it's on the floor, but she eats it when it's in the bowl. Go figure. She won't eat it out of my hand. And so this is our last night in come here. I know there's people moving in next door, and you're not happy because you can't go say hello. No, she's hiding under the table now. So this is our last night in Layman. Our last night in Layman. We're moving into Colorado Springs tomorrow, so we'll have new digs tomorrow, and we're trying something different tomorrow. You get to wait and see. So yeah, I've actually enjoyed the days here. I've got a lot of stuff done. This poor dog. I gotta go take her for a walk, but I can't take her too soon, because then she'll run out again like around midnight. So we'll wait a little bit, but she's whining at the people coming in next door. Yeah, the door's open for the cabin next door, and there's people wandering in and out. She's like, Mum, they're not talking to me. They're not paying attention to me. It's okay, Zephy. Are there rabbits out there we can go chase? It's hilarious. You see that? I looked out the window this morning before we went for our walk. There's like 10 rabbits scattered. They were all social distancing. Just then they were laying out there on the grass. I open the door, nothing. Zephy steps out. Whoosh, they're gone. It was hilarious. And we're walking around the back of the cabin, and there was 3 rabbits. They were just social distancing again, laying down. A couple of them were standing up, and one of them was just laying down there on the ground. And they see Zephy coming up, and the 2 standing take off. The one laying there, so like, I am going to stay here, like determined I'm going to stay here. And Zephy, that's enough, sweetie girl. Yes, I know. And so Zephy and it wasn't until Zephy was in like within 3 feet of this rabbit that it finally got, oh, I'm going to move, and took off. So, hey, come here. Crazy animal, I tell you. She just wants people to say hi. She wants to make new friends. You get to make some new friends tomorrow. Yeah, we'll go out for a walk shortly. So yeah, so it's been a productive day today. So we've had a good day today. A lot of laughs with Zephy Antics. Trying to get her to play. She'll like come to me and like want to play, and I go, well, go get me your ball. And she'll sort of like look at me and walk away. Like, no, that's beneath me to go get my ball. You get the ball and then I'll play, type of thing. And I'm sort of like, I'm not getting up and getting your ball. You bring me the ball, because I'm trying to teach her to fetch. But I know what will work. We'll get up and we'll do some dancing. Come here. My poor baby. She feels like she's being tortured with people outside, and she can't go out and say hi. But we'll get you out there and go walking. So I hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling Friday. Those of you who took up the challenge of gamifying your day and going out and doing things like making a new contact, and your reward was pizza, and cutting up pictures of pizza so you could put the pieces together, and then when the pieces are together, then you can go order it. So I hope it's a fun way to, if you're into playing games and things, it's a fun way to get stuff done for business. Like, okay, I need to make this X number of sales today, and you work out what that number of sales is, and how am I going to reward myself, and you find out what the reward's going to be, take a picture of it, print it off, cut it up into pieces, and then as you get each sale or each new contact or a referral, or make a phone call or do a follow-up, whatever it is on your list that you need to do to get done for the day, you as you complete one of those. So for example, I've got to make 10 follow-up calls today. So as you you cut that picture up into 10 pieces, and as you make the call, you start putting the pieces back together one by one with each call that you make. And then when you've completed the picture, you can then buy whatever's on your picture. So if it's a pair of shoes, if it's a pizza, if it's going out for dinner, if it's having ice cream, just make sure you're not in Georgia on a Sunday and trying to put it in your back pocket. Where do they come up with these things? It's like, really, yeah. Oh, there we go. So what was that one? Yeah, but the one with Georgia was, you can't put an ice cream cone in your back pocket on a Sunday, so you can do it any other day of the week. That has to be the funniest one I've ever heard. Apart from the fact that there was another one about animals mating within 1,500 feet of a school. Was it a school, a library, and a public building or something? There was another one in that, and I can't remember where that was. But there was one law which interested me. I was looking again, and it says it is illegal to congregate in public with 2 or more people while each wearing a mask or any face covering which disguises your identity. That is an actual law in New York, which they had to rescind. Rescind, is that the right word? They had to temporarily put that law out of action because they wanted people wearing face masks because of COVID. So there was no leeway there within their law for that to happen. So so up until COVID came along, it was illegal to congregate in public with 2 or more people while wearing a mask of any face covering disguising your identity, except at private parties. In New York, they allowed you to have private parties, but not out in public. But they had to change that law so that people were able to wear face masks during all the COVID thing and all of that. So there's lots of funny laws out there, and these are just ones that are in the US. There's some crazy laws internationally as well. I haven't gone to check those ones out yet, but I know that there are ones like that. So just go have a good laugh at them, and try and figure out, where did some of these things come from? Like New York, it's illegal to slurp your soup. I mean, not New York, New Jersey, it's illegal to slurp your soup. So yeah, it's just these little obscure. And there was one, which state was it in? It went back to the wild. It was back in the Wild West days, when somebody got out of jail, the sheriff had to provide them with a loaded gun and a horse so they could get out of town safely. I'm sort of like, yeah, I could see that happening. So yeah, back in the Wild West days, I don't know which state it was, but they had to provide, anybody being released from jail had to be provided with a gun and a horse to get out of town. So I thought that was an interesting one. But what happens if you killed somebody on your way out of town? Did you get thrown back in jail again? Or was it considered self-defense? Did they even have self-defense laws back then? Who knew? Anyway, go have a super fantastic sparkling Friday evening, and we will catch you guys tomorrow. Maybe before we head out for Colorado Springs. We're heading to Colorado Springs tomorrow. So all my mates in Colorado Springs, Zephy and I are hitting town tomorrow. Stay tuned for further details. Have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Hei konera.